Look, we live in crazy times, man. You got to be ready for anything. I'm talking about those curveballs life throws at you, lockdowns, riots, you name it. We've seen it all go down recently, right? Remember when they shut the whole world down a couple of years ago? People freaking out, fighting over toilet paper. It was nuts. And let's not forget about the riots, man. Cities burning, people going crazy. You can't predict that stuff, but you can be ready for it. All right, so first things first, food. When things hit the fan, you got to be able to feed yourself and your tribe. I'm talking about having enough grub to last at least 3 days, maybe even longer. Think canned goods, rice, beans, protein bars, stuff that's got a long shelf life and doesn't require a lot of cooking. You don't want to be caught with a fridge full of perishable food when the power goes out. And don't forget about your pets, man. They got to eat too. Stock up on pet food like it's going out of style. Next up, water. You can survive without food for a while, but water is a different story. You need it to stay alive. The rule of thumb is 1 gallon per person per day. That's for drinking, cooking, and basic hygiene. So if you've got a family of 4, you're talking about 12 gallons for 3 days. Now, you can get those big jugs of water at the store, but they can be a pain to store. I recommend getting a water filter too. You can get one for your faucet or a whole house filter. That way you can make sure the water you're drinking is clean and safe. Okay, so we've got food and water covered. Now let's talk about security. I'm not gonna lie, things can get a little hairy when the system breaks down. People get desperate and they do crazy things. You need to be prepared to protect yourself, your family, and your property. And I'm not just talking about having a can of mace in your purse, I'm talking about real self-defense. Now I know some people are anti-gun, but I'm telling you, a firearm is the great equalizer. It doesn't matter how big or strong you are, a gun gives you a fighting chance. So you've got your food, your water, your security. Now you need to think about transportation. What if you need to get out of Dodge? Maybe there's a natural disaster, or maybe things are just getting too crazy in your city. Whatever the reason, you need a reliable vehicle that's ready to roll. Make sure your car is in good working order. Get it serviced regularly, check the tire pressure, change the oil, all that stuff. And always keep at least half a tank of gas in the tank. Trust me, the last thing you want is to be stuck on the side of the road with an empty tank when everyone else is trying to evacuate. All right, last but not least, you got to stay informed. What's going on in the world? What are the authorities saying? You need to know what's happening so you can make smart decisions. Get yourself a good weather radio, one that's crank powered in case the power goes out. And stay up to date on the news, but be careful where you get your information from. There's a lot of fake news out there, so stick to reputable sources. There you have it, folks. 5 essential steps to prepping for lockdowns. Look, I'm not saying the world is about to end, but it's always better to be prepared. It's like that old saying goes, keep your head down and your powder dry. Stay safe out there, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more awesome content. We're going to dive deeper into some of these topics in future videos, so stay tuned.